Okay, hi. Welcome everybody to our BioRN M2M member-to-member event. I'm Annalisa Zuccotti. I'm a communication and events lead at BioRN, and I'm very happy today to be at PROGEN premises with Caroline. Thank you for hosting us. Yeah, please introduce yourself, your role here at PROGEN.
Thank you very much. We are really excited to have you here. And as Annalisa just mentioned, my name is Caroline, and I'm a scientist by training. I conducted my PhD and my postdoc at the German Cancer Research Center, and I started working for PROGEN in 2018 as product and marketing communications manager. And in 2020, I took over the role as head of marketing here at PROGEN. So in general, my department is responsible for the coordination, organization of all the marketing activities we do. And this means from event participation to online and social media activities, like everything you can think of.
Okay, perfect. So as you may know, we have an icebreaker question at the beginning of our M2M. We were inspired by the name M2M, member to member. So I brought today here gummy bears and M&Ms. You can keep one jar. Think really deeply which one you would like to keep in your office for the next weeks. I don't know how fast you are going to eat them, but let's say for the next weeks. So are you more a type for gummy bear or M&Ms?
That's probably the hardest question
of today.
So I like both, but I think today I will go for the gummy bears.
Okay,
and
perfect.
Of course, I will share it with my team.
Yeah, you are saying that yes, now on camera. I'm not sure that you will keep this, but thank you. So you can keep this and remember our interview today.
Thank you very much.
So we have broken the ice, and now we arrived here at PROGEN like 1 hour ago, Stephanie and I, and we were welcomed by somebody. So let's have a look. So Stephanie, please start the video of our arrival.
Hello and welcome to the PROGEN headquarters for another edition of the BioRN M2M event. And I'm quite happy to meet today Mike Lander and Katja Betz, both CEO at PROGEN. Thanks for hosting us today.
Hello and welcome at PROGEN. We are very happy to have you here today.
Thank you. And we are very much looking forward to the interview that our colleague Caroline Odenwald will have with Annalisa in a little while, where she will tell you all about the fantastic things we do here at PROGEN. So we are very curious now, and let's step into the event.
Yeah, perfect. So you have seen Mike and Katja, both CEOs of PROGEN, welcoming us and giving you now the hardest work, so answering our questions. So we will go through some standard questions, but you that you are watching today, you can type your questions in the chat. So we will have like around halfway to the end, sometimes to ask these questions to you. So I would start with some history of PROGEN. So we know quite long, probably longer than your life. So I think you are younger than PROGEN. So yeah, when it was founded, by whom, what was the motivation at the time?
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's true. I'm a little bit younger than PROGEN because PROGEN was founded in 1983. And it was founded by 4 scientists from the German Cancer Research Center and the University of Heidelberg. And it's really interesting because they demonstrated that there are protein variants, cell type specific ones, in cytoskeletal components, which are retained in cancer cells. So employing antibodies against these variants allows the diagnosis of cell types and cancers with an unknown original tumor. So to make these antibodies available for scientists worldwide, PROGEN was founded and yeah, as a spin-off of the German Cancer Research Center and the University of Heidelberg.
Yeah, perfect. And I imagine in 40 years of development, I mean, right, things changed probably. So how was the development? Then we will go to the part what is now, but maybe you can tell us a bit in between.
Right. So as you mentioned, we are turning 40 this year. So PROGEN is turning 40, and that's a really exciting year. And we have experienced a great development since then, because starting out as a pioneer antibody manufacturer, PROGEN developed to be a globally operating biotech company, which is mainly acting in the AAV-based gene therapy field. And I mean, we are now exclusive provider of AAV analytical tools for the AAV community and supporting the gene therapy field.
Okay, I see. Perfect. And do you think that the mission that PROGEN has now is very different from the one of 40 years ago? So what is now really the mission today?
Mm-hmm. So at the moment, we actually see ourselves as a small but pretty vital wheel in the machinery of the AAV-based gene therapy. And I think we are a small part of ensuring that the whole machinery is actually running smoothly and safely. And our overall mission today is actually to support scientists to actually help the gene therapy community to provide therapies for their patients. And we hope that, or we actually plan to develop new products or develop further our existing products to actually help or assist the whole field to find proper solutions.
Okay, perfect. So maybe here in between, so you've mentioned gene therapies, make them available to patients. So we know that in the recent year has been a really strong development, and I would like to take the occasion to mention that this year our BioRN annual conference is actually focusing on the next generation cell and gene therapies. And so I'm inviting people that are listening to us. The registration to the conference opened this week. The conference will take place in Heidelberg. Members can participate for free on the 29th of September. So this was fitting the moment, and I used
already in our schedule. Actually.
I know that. Perfect. So now we have heard a bit about the history, the changes. So very nice to hear that. I mean, PROGEN 1983 as a founded by Dick Heifetz and the Heidelberg University scientists, still alive, still very strong, still perceived as a young, cool biotech. That was what Katja told me a few days ago when we were talking. So it's very nice. And I mean, for you also, this bound to the Dick Heifetz is very nice. I'm a postdoc from the Dick Heifetz. I was a postdoc. So it's nice to see this and to see that the great excellence from the university or research institution can generate impact and companies that can grow many years. Perfect. So now let's go a bit more into the science. So not into the science, but into your innovation, your product, what exactly you offer. So maybe you can give first a small version, like an appetizer. Mm-hmm. What is that? And then I know that you have prepared the video so that we can also see. I love this part where we go inside the company and we see a bit around, and then we can comment even further on that. So let's start with the appetizer.
So the appetizer, our portfolio consists still of antibodies, of course, also the cytoskeletal antibodies we are actually
still producing. Okay.
Still producing. But yeah, we turned a little bit more, or like to actually a big proportion to the AAV field, which means we provide analytical tools and also exclusive AAV antibodies, which are used in the analytical development, which are used, for example, we also have standards which are used for the safety evaluations in the field and something like that. So we are, of course, not producing our own gene therapy, but we try to help everyone working on gene therapies to make them safe and efficient.
Yeah, still a very important part, especially in gene therapy where the safety is a big issue. Okay, so I think now we could watch the video that you prepare. So if Stephanie, you can start that.
Hi, you've already heard a lot about PROGEN, what we do and why we do it. Now I want to give you a quick walk through PROGEN. So let's start at the working area of our scientific departments. This is where every new product starts its journey. After the first idea has formed, the research and development team takes over to find the best solution and to evaluate the feasibility of new products. As mentioned before, we combine all departments under one roof at PROGEN. So this is also where you can find our production team, making sure that all our products are always available off the shelf to keep delivery times short for our customers. Before our products can be finally packaged and shipped, they need to pass an established quality control protocol. So let's sneak a peek into our quality control lab and see how it looks like. Now we are in the working area of our sales, product management and marketing teams. This is where we support our customers with all of their questions, evaluate their needs and organize our marketing activities. So now we have arrived at the probably most important location of our company. This is where our customer support processes every single order and makes sure that our products are delivered in time for our customers. So now we're in the common area and I'm here with Lisa. Lisa, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm working at the product management team. I started here at PROGEN 2 years ago after graduating in molecular biosciences. Our product management team consists of 4 members. Dana, who's head of product management, Ina, who's responsible for our scientific support, Celia, who's in charge of our non-AAV products, and me. I'm mainly responsible for our AAV gene therapy products.
And what are the main responsibilities of your team?
So we are responsible for conducting market research and analysis, and we're in close contact with our customers and try to evaluate their market needs and their customer needs. We always try to identify the challenges and pain points and get the right solution at the right time.
Very nice. What are the most challenging tasks of your everyday work?
So gene therapy is a very fast-growing field, so it's very challenging to keep up with the field, with the new methods evolving, and to always have the right solution for the right customer at the right time.
What is your favorite task?
I really enjoy participating at the conferences. So we're at various conferences, mainly in UK and the US. And I really enjoy talking to the customers and to get feedback about our products, but also to hear their needs and what is important for them. And it's great to see how our products are a part of the development of those AAV gene therapy products.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa, for giving us that nice insight into your team, and thank you for watching our short video.
Very nice, thank you. So I've seen that you put a bit the pressure on the colleagues and you were on the part of the interviewer. Very nice. Yeah, thank you. So I think we got a very nice impression also here of the premises and the different stages. So you start from R&D, you develop your product, you talk with customer, sales, until the storage and delivery. That was very, very nice. Thank you. Would you like to give us insights into the scientific approaches, the science, the beauty of science beyond your innovation?
Oh, I mean, I'm not quite sure. I mean, the whole AAV gene therapy portfolio part is actually based on an exclusive set of AAV antibodies that we basically got from the GKFZ.
Mm-hmm.
And based on these, we developed our AAV ELISAs, which are used for the determination of AAV total capsid titers. This is a really important thing to measure, actually, because empty capsids could have an influence on the efficacy and the safety of gene therapy treatments. But of course, now we expanded our portfolio because the whole AAV gene therapy field is actually developing really quickly. And so we had to develop quickly as well, because of course, the requirements for our products completely changed, or not completely changed, but got more precise. Now we're working together with partners and customers who need products that they can actually take from the development part all the way to the clinical trials. And this was a great difference for us because before we were mainly acting in the academic area. Right.
I see. Perfect. Yeah, thank you. And which are the what are the challenges that biotech companies are facing with AAV?
Yeah, I think the AAV-based gene therapy is one of the most promising and fast-growing branches of modern medicine at the time, actually. And this is reflected by a great influx of big pharma and new technologies. And there have been a lot of really extensive investments, which did drive the development of all the gene therapies and the technologies, actually. However, the viral-based gene therapy is still like a pretty new modality. And there are, for example, the safety evaluation processes, which are under continuous development as well. I think it's really important because the whole field, as well as the regulatory authorities, are still learning. So we are in a process where everything changes regularly, and where all the people involved are trying to find like right tools, suitable tools to actually find comparable and standardized safety evaluation processes. And I think that's also reflected by 3 AAV-based gene therapies already approved by the FDA, but 225 being in clinical trials, and the number is still growing.
Yeah.
So I think one of the major challenges will be that we really need to address the safety and efficacy questions we have right now.
Yeah, and PROGEN can definitely help in that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, so also for me to understand, so you, as you also mentioned, you are not delivering the AAV, so the gene therapy to the patients, but you are a very and essential a piece in this chain that is needed to develop them, to prove them, and to bring them to patients.
Exactly. So what we actually provide is tools that are used for the safety evaluations, that are used for the analytical development, which means characterization of the actual AAV gene therapy.
Yeah, perfect. And and also what I found very interesting while you were describing that you need to adapt and to change to the needs of the, so it's not that you develop a product and you say, fantastic, now we need only to get to the proper customers or partners, but you need to develop that with them and to stay always up to date and follow the trends.
Exactly, and that's why we really try to keep a close contact to our customers, but also to partners we have, because it's so important that we stay up to date with the needs of the AAV gene therapy field, to really provide the support they need and to stay a reliable and trusted partner for cooperation partners. And
okay, perfect. So I think this is a very nice bridge to the next part of my questions, where we go more to network and cooperation. So PROGEN, I'm mixing up English and German version. So it's one of the few companies that is older than BioRN. So we were founded in 1996. So 1983 is quite much earlier. You are a very important member, very active partner here in the region. And how can you help other members? So you have already talked about your partners and customers, but let's talk more regionally.
Yeah, right. I think that one of our greatest strengths actually is that we have a good access to the gene therapy field. since, as you just mentioned, we are like 40 years old, and we have been part of the AAV-based gene therapy community for a very long time. And the good thing is we experience the ups and downs of the field together with the members working on AAV gene therapies. And I mean, the even better thing is that we also experienced the great development. So we went all the way with the whole community from the ups and downs now to the great development, which is only going up.
Yeah. Perfect. So in that direction, you can help member, but also how other member could support you. So with you mentioned at the beginning you were more for academic use. Let's say in the recent year you developed in another direction. So what could be for the where would you need support from other members?
Yeah, I think it's also something I can connect with that I told you, that we need to develop every time. We also want to find proper solutions. And we do have an expertise in the AAV gene therapy field, and we do have expertise with antibodies and stuff. But however, we are always looking out to extend expertise, to extend, of course, also our product portfolio. And I think there are many companies out there with really impressive technologies and great ideas. And in my experience is fusing expertise and cooperating with people that have like completely different expertise usually ends up in innovation. And all innovative solutions can actually support the community, maybe the AAV community, or maybe a different community.
Yeah, very nice. This is exactly the spirit of the network and of a cluster,
Right.
you know, that synergies not only among people that speak the same language, but also different language, different scientific language, or even not scientific, to inspire innovation and to bring the innovation then to patients at the end. Because I mean, we all become scientists a bit with this dream, right?
Right.
to be a small part in this long and tiring way to the patients.
Absolutely.
But I think we are all still contributing to that.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes it's just about getting out of the comfort zone and fuse with people of completely different areas.
Yeah, perfect. So don't forget that you can type your question for Caroline in the chat anytime, and I will read them. Otherwise, I keep asking questions. I have quite some for you. So you have talked about PROGEN, but why not talking a bit about you? So, so how does one of your typical working day looks like here at PROGEN?
So to be honest, I'm a little bit of a late riser. So my working day usually starts at 8:30 in the morning. And
not so late.
Yeah, if you compare with my colleagues.
Okay, I see.
So and my very first task will be, I'm getting a coffee. Right. But after that, my working day usually starts with what we call the good morning call. It's actually an online call that we have with the marketing team, the sales and product management team. And it's because still people are working remote. And we thought it might be really nice to have the one opportunity a day to actually say hello to everyone. And then we shortly discuss how everyone's doing, if there are any topics that might affect someone's working day, or if anyone needs help or support with anything, if there's anything urgent. And after the call, I'm checking my emails. And that's when I realized my actual to-do list needs absolute rethinking. Because usually what I have planned is not going to be what I actually do. And in general, we are always, like my department is responsible for marketing activities, like we plan our LinkedIn posts, or we are working on our website. At the moment, we are actually only working on our event participations because spring is always like a crazy time.
Yeah, we all know that.
Right. And but I'm really lucky because I have two really great, ambitious and motivated women in my team, which are the cornerstones of my department. And it's just like a lot of fun, and I really love to work with them.
We see that. We can feel that now.
Yeah.
Very good. So the good morning, how you call that? We also have something similar at BioRN. We call it stand up.
Yeah.
And I also find it really, really nice. So we started that during the pandemic, but still now we have it because some of us are some days on home office.
Yeah.
And I can only suggest everybody. I know it's not the topic of PROGEN, but
No.
still, I mean, it's something that it's really helping keeping the team connected. And also, you know, we always talk about this coffee or corridors talk. This is exactly the same. Sometimes we just start to talk about something and everybody can contribute. And if we would not make a meeting for that topic. It's just amazing. Yeah.
Right.
So I think that a question came in. Let me read that.
Now I'm getting nervous.
No. So thank you for the presentation. So this is from Victor Francis from Diversa. Have you explored non-AAV delivery system for your gene therapies? It is an area that has been developing very fast since 2020.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's developing since we are participating in a lot of events. However, as mentioned before, we are not producing gene therapies. So we are just providing tools for the analysis. And at the moment, we are mainly focusing on AAV-based analytical tools. However, of course, we do see that there is a lot of potential in the gene therapy market. And let's say like that, we are checking out potential opportunities.
Opportunities to change as you have done in the past 40 years. Yeah, very good, perfect. Yeah, so I'm just checking. At the moment, I do not see further questions, but if you have still time, so you can type them in while I keep going. So we have asked you officially how your typical working day is looking like, but what about where can we find you when you are not here at PROGEN and not at conferences? So don't don't say conferences. Probably you are there, we know.
I'm probably there, and I honestly really like to be there. However, like in my free time, I'm pretty much of a family person. And since my sister has 2 kids and my boyfriend has 2, you probably find me at the playground or skateboarding. Sometimes I only have coffee with my sister and the 5 kids turn our house in a complete mess. So
then you have homeworks afterwards.
Right.
Okay, I see. Perfect, very nice. Okay, perfect. I'm giving a last check to the question. I don't see any at the moment. So before going to the very last one, I would like to thank you for hosting us here. It was very nice. Also developing actually this interview with you. It was also an occasion for us as a team at BioRN, for Stephanie and I am just looking a bit there because she's sitting across me. So it was very nice. And we really love this M2M format, not only because you have the opportunities to talk to other members, but also for BioRN, you know, to strengthen our connection and the understanding of the companies. Thank you also to Katya and Mike for welcoming us, for the nice video preparation. Also, that was very funny and connecting on other levels. And now you have the opportunity to nominate one of our members that could be on the target. So we have already obviously planned some M2M, but we are happy to get your suggestions. So who would you like to M2M?
So I think I would really like to see AGC Biologicals.
Okay.
I mean, this might...
We have scheduled them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't know.
Great.
This is really in July. They are on the...
That's
on the
absolutely
list.
great. So, because, I mean, it's not a big surprise because we do have topic-wise a lot of overlaps, I would say. But I actually see AGC biologicals as another wheel, really fueling the advancements of new therapies, but also the advancement of existing therapies. And I think they have like a really interesting and broad spectrum of services they have, like from process and analytical development to preclinical and commercial manufacturing. And I would be really excited, or I am really excited
now
to hear more.
Yeah, you even can think about questions we should ask them.
Absolutely, I will.
So as a homework, I give you that. Perfect. So I promise it was not prepared, but thank you for nominating them, and they are definitely on our list. Not right away. So in May is someone else on the list. On May 11, I don't want to mix up. We will be in Heidelberg, stay in Heidelberg with Ariadne. And yeah, always at 12, like today, for 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Yeah, I hope to see you there, and you as well, if you want to know about Ariadne. And yeah, thank you again. Thank you very much for hosting us, for introducing us to PROGEN. And yeah, the interview will be available also on demand. You can share it with your colleague. Yeah, bye-bye. Take care.